heat of this dream. Witness the strength and confidence of those who face these challenges, cause in the end we all win. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Insurance Premier League. Everybody say
and to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Morning and welcome to the Al Malik grounds here in Ajman for the Insurance Cricket Premier League Season 11. First game of the day on a Super Sunday between powerhouses Orient and Salama. Have a look at the pitch. It's a dry surface. There is absolutely nothing for the bowlers out here. The only assistance that they can get is the early morning winds and the sun not beating down hard. Few areas of concern is where there's a bit of an even bounce on the wicket, where probably the balls could keep a bit low or probably could rear off the surface. Other than that, it looks like a big belter of a wicket where big runs can be scored and the batsmen could make merry. We'll have the toss coming up soon. Stay tuned. Thank you. Morning and welcome to the Insurance Premier League Season 11, the game between Orient and Salama. We have the umpires, our captains, Yasser from Salama and Hassan from Orient. Hassan will flip the coin and Yasser will do the calling. Heads is the call. Heads it is. Yasser, you want to toss. What do you want to do?
We'll bowl first.
Probably conditions in favor of the bowlers right early in the morning, as you would have decided this.
Yes, we thought of the same, but it will be a tough game. It's a must-win for us, one must-win for us, and they're already in the semi-finals. So, and there are some changes in our team as well. So, some of our players are not playing today. So,
forced changes or changes which have due to the performances that we have seen through the tournament?
Health issues. Our main bowler is not there. So we decided to bowl first so we can chase it on later. We'll try to restrict them early.
How do you keep the boys motivated, knowing that you are playing a must-win game, probably missing the services of one of your premier bowlers? What do you speak to the boys and tell them to keep them motivated?
They know actually. We regularly have many meetings in our offices, and we try to explain them. And they know already we have been playing this tournament for 4 months, so they know how important this match is, and how they have to perform, where they have to perform. They know their duties very well.
And you all the best and hope to ever see a performance. Hassan, your thoughts on the toss? You were wanted to bat first, or you also wanted to bowl first on this wicket?
In fact, I was thinking to just go for the batting first on this one, so I'm okay with that.
Is it because you have a batting powerhouse and you know that your team has got the strength to go to 200, 200 plus? Is that what indicates that decision for you always to come into bat first when you come into?
Yes, definitely, definitely. That is the reason that we are just going for the bat, so that we can just put a target as we have done in previous matches as well, so that we would be in bit comfortable place. That's the reason we are just going for the bat.
As Yasser said, you guys are comfortably placed at the top and probably a foot in the semi-finals. Is there some kind of a relaxation mode, or the boys are told, okay, no slip-ups, we still play the way we're playing right from the first day of the tournament?
See, we don't want to take any match, lightly. So we are going to take this match seriously, and we are just playing with our full strength. Only one change is there because for one personal reason, our fast bowler is not available. So, but nevertheless, we have another fast bowler who is going to replace him, and we are just going for the full fight.
So Orient always comes in with their stocks replenished every time they come into the field.
Indeed.
Thank you. That's the news from the center. Salama captain Yasser won the toss and he decided to bowl first. We'll have the pitch report coming up very soon. Thank you. Okay. Morning and welcome to the first game of the day of the Super 8s between Orient Insurance and Salama. Salama captain Yasser winning the toss, electing to bowl first. We have the openers out there in the center, Asim and Sufyan. Syed Asim will take first strike. Sufyan is at the non-striker's end. And to open the attack for Salama is Humayun Ali, right arm over the wicket spinner. As we have a look at the field that is set, only 2 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle. We have a man at long off and we have a man at deep mid-wicket. The men inside the ring starts with a slightly squarish third man. As Humayun left arm spin starts off, plays it towards Yasser at covers, who fields the ball but lets the batsman off with a single. So first runs on the board for the day. First runs for Orient Insurance and first run for Syed Asim. Brings Sufyan on to strike. Sufyan had a pretty good season last year, but this year's just not hit his strap so far, so he will want to get some runs as he plays this across the line, and the ball going towards the mid-wicket boundary and just reaches the fence. So not a convincing shot, but nonetheless is off the mark with a boundary. So 5 runs on board, and the first 2 balls of the game played. We are in the power play with only 2 men inside the 30-yard, outside the 30-yard circle. A shot prompting to send a man outside to deep mid-wicket again, and Humayun towards Sufyan, plays it towards backward or square, wants a single. Syed Asim declines. So a dot ball. Having a 4-3 field, and this time in the air towards short fine, chance of a catch, but unable to collect that one. So a reprieve for Sufyan up front. Humayun not happy with that. He was hoping that he gets better support from his fielder, but not to be, as score moves on to 6 and brings Syed Asim on to strike. Bowling a little bit flatter than he should be. Could be possibly the reason, because he's bowling in the power play and doesn't want to give them much width or air to play with. Last ball of the over coming up. Unable to send this through the covers. End of the over. 6 runs of the first over. Asim batting 1 of 3 balls and Sufyan batting 5 of 3. Afsar comes into bowl over number 2. Right arm over the wicket. Bowling to Sufyan. With an offer and straight away sent over the cover region for a maximum. Bit of a loosener, gives him the width that he is looking for, and the ball sailing over the cover boundary. Have a look at that up front, width on offer, and he just flays this over the cover region. The ball sails over the boundary for 6. So first maximum of the day. And the score moves on to 12. Is that an edge? Ball. It's what the umpire indicates, that was an edge. So another chance gone begging in the second over. So Sufyan has 2 reprieves already. And the score moves on to 13, brings Asim on to strike. And Sufyan moves on to 12 of 5 balls. Change in the field. A man at short fine being brought down to third man. We got a man at gully. We got a deep point. Covers wide mid on as this one. Again, width on offer and played towards deep point. The fielder unable to cut it off. So 4 more to the total. Score moves along to 17. Not so good bowling so far. Have a look again, way outside the off stump and with minimum protection. This was always on the cards, and you look at the man at point, unable to cut that off. So 4 more runs to the total. Score moves on to 17. 11 runs already coming of the first 3 balls of the over. This time beating him. for pace. Keeper doing well to collect the ball. Fifth ball of the second over. This time asking for a stumping. And they go upstairs. Syed Asim losing his balance out there. And Mohsen, the wicketkeeper, bringing the bails down in a flash. We'll have to wait and watch. Have a look at that. Is he inside? He looks like he's inside. We'll wait for the umpire's decision. Not out is what the decision is. It is good glove work, but the point is that since the wicketkeeper is standing a few inches behind, that's what allowed the batsman to plant his foot back and save himself. So this time through point, and the ball races away towards the boundary. Half a chance there probably, but still the result ends in a boundary. So end of 2 overs, 21 for the loss of no wicket. And Syed Asim with his second boundary moves on to 9 of 7. 15 runs coming off that over. Humayun to start over number 3. He will have to bowl well and get a wicket or so, as this time tries to sweep this one. Goes towards a short square leg and a single there. Takes Sufyan off strike, brings Syed Asim on strike. Score moves on to 22. This time plays it towards mid-wicket and the ball sails over deep mid-wicket for a maximum. And the carnage continues. Score moves on to 28. And Syed Asim moves on to double figures. He's now 15 of 8. Have a look at that. Goes on one knee and just enough legs to carry over the mid-wicket boundary. Humayun comes back well. This time shortens the length a bit. And Syed Asim plays it with soft hands back to the bowler. No run there. This time again plays it towards square leg and another boundary to the total. Score moves on to 32. 10 runs coming. 11 runs coming off the first 4 balls of the over. No respite for the bowler on such kind of a wicket, and with minimum protection in the first 6 overs. This time again shortens the length and he plays it back with soft hands. He's trying to bowl it a bit quick. This time slows the pace. Ball going towards gully, but the batsman complete a single easily. Unable to stop that single. End of the over. Score moves on to 33 at the end of 3 overs. Syed Asim now moves on to 20 of 12 with 3 boundaries, 1 maximum. Sufyan 13 of 6 with 1 boundary, 1 maximum. Humayun 2 now going for 18 runs of the 2 overs that he's bowled, and Afsar is 1 over 15 runs.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Change in the bowling. Coming round the wicket, but the result still the same. A boundary to start off the over square leg. Syed Asim is just not stopping himself. He's going after the bowling. Mohammad Aslam is greeted with the boundary. The first ball he bowled. Off spinner coming round the wicket with no protection behind square. That was easy pickings for him. And he moves on to 24. This time cuts this one through the gully and point region for 4 more. So back-to-back boundaries. And the score moving on to 41 with that boundary. This time slightly faster, but gets the single, brings Sufyan on to strike. Score moves on to 42. Is another one, again beaten for pace this time. This time just have a look at that. It probably just kicked off the surface at the last minute, caught Sufyan by surprise. Coming from round the wicket, goes on one knee, plays it behind square. The fielder shot fine, doing well, going round and keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 43 with 1 more ball left in the over. 10 runs coming off it already. Last ball. Quicker, but enough pace to send it behind square for another maximum. So end of the over, 4 overs completed, 47 for the loss of no wicket. And Aslam also coming in for a bit of a stick out here. He's given away 14 runs of the over he's bowled. And Syed Asim is races to 33 of 16. Afsar comes back into the attack to bowl the 5th over of the innings. He's given away 15 runs the last over that he bowled. This time short, and Sufyan beaten out there. A dot ball. Comes to bowl the second ball of the over. This time again up to the batsman and no protection out in the cover region. So ball races away towards the cover boundary for 4 more. 50 coming up. 51 for no loss in 4.2 overs. And both these batsmen are off and running. At the moment, Syed Asim is batting on 33 with 16. He's got 6 boundaries and 1 maximum. Sufyan now reaches 18 of 10 with 2 boundaries and 1 maximum. So we already have 8 boundaries and 2 sixes in the short span of the game so far. The upset comes in this time again in the slot and 1 bounce in the same area. Repeat of the previous one, and score moves on to 55. Have a look at that. Same place and the same result. Prompting the captain to again change his field and send a man down at deep cover. It's a man at long off. He's still in the power play, so he's only allowed 2 fielders outside, and that's what is asking for an LBW, but probably going down leg side. We'll wait for the umpire signal. It's off the bat, so one more run. He moves on to 23. Score moves on to 56, brings Asim on to strike. In the air towards the captain and a drop. So fielding has a lot to be desired out here for Salama. Straight into the hands, and it just shells it. That I'm sure will not go down well with the rest of the boys and the bowlers who have been coming for a bit of a stick out here. They need to collect every chance that comes their way, and if it can't get any easier than this. So coming towards Sufyan, this time drives it, the man at extra cover there, doing the fielding, keeps it down to a single. End of the fifth over, 58 for the loss of no wicket. Sufyan already having two reprieves, and this time Said Asim to the benefactor. Mohammad Aslam to continue. Salman Akram is the bowler. Starts of the over. This time asking for a caught behind, and the batsman is walking down the leg side. A beautiful take by the wicketkeeper. It sees the end of Sufyan, who's out for 24 or 15. Finally, something that they hold on to, and brings the first wicket. 58 for the loss of one wicket. Brings Mohit Kalyan to the center. At number 3, Mohit has had a wonderful season so far. He will want to continue that. Salama need to believe in themselves. They've just managed to hold on to one of those and probably hold a few more. And they need to run in through this side that is boasts of some big power hitters. Salman Akram to Mohit. Tosses this one, asking for a stumping. The umpire calls it a wide. Not a bad ploy. Up front, inviting the batsman. He's beaten in the air, so keeps the batsman guessing. That should be their motto out here. Else, Mohit plays it with soft hands, and the fielders now are on their toes. The wicket has brought them some confidence, so they will want to leverage on that. Tossed up delivery, plays it towards deep mid wicket. The fielder coming around and keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 60. Brings Asim on to strike. In the air, and this time Syed Asim is also working his way to the pavilion. Afsar, the fielder, takes it with both hands, so a double strike in the over brings Salama back into the game. 60 for 2 now, with one more ball left in the power play. He's out for 34 of 18 with 6 boundaries and 1 maximum. Asad Ali Awan to the center, coming at number 4, coming at the fall of Syed Asim's wicket. Brings the ball back in, and Asad plays it towards long on. There's a fielder there. End of power play. A bit of a seesaw battle. 61 for 2. Asad Ali Awan batting 1 of 1 and Mohit Kalyan batting 1 of 2. As we have a look at the scorecard. Over number 7 to begin. That time over. Asad plays it with soft hands towards... Sorry, it's Hassan Saud who's at the center. The captain. Kamaluddin, the bowler. Kamaluddin's shot onto the pads, and Mohit plays it towards long on for a single. Now with the field restrictions relaxed, Yasir stations more men outside the 30-yard circle. He's got a man at extra cover boundary. He's got a man at long on, a man at long off, deep mid wicket, and a man at deep square leg. Only 4 men inside the circle. Man at gully, man at short third. He's got a man at covers, and this time the bowlers, Kamal's bowls wide down leg side, probably trying to tuck the batsman in. Starts way outside leg stump, gives away a extra. The score moves on to 64. So again, doesn't miss out on that single. The moment it is on the good length spot, the batsman plays it with soft hands and gets a single. Score moves on to 65. So a bit of a rebuilding phase for Orient, who started off with the bang. Both the openers going after the bowling and then losing out the wickets to Salman in the previous over. So with Hassan and Mohit coming to the crease fairly new, they just want to assess the situation before they decide to go big. As again, Kamal just bowling it on the slightly short, gives enough time for Mohit to place it and take off for that single. So one more run added. Both these batsmen make sure that they don't have too many dot balls, don't lose out on a scoring opportunity. That makes sure that the scoreboards keeps ticking and keeps the bowlers and fielders on their toes. So another run being scored, and the score moves on to 66 with that single. 67 rather with that single. Last ball to go. 6 runs coming off it, and again slightly short and played towards long on for a single. So end of the over, 7 overs completed, 68 for the loss of 2. Current run rate of 9.7 should get them to 194. Salman to continue. He's given away 3 runs and taken 2 wickets in the first over. He's bowled. Wouldn't be a bad idea if he brings one more man inside the 30-yard. He needs only 4, but he can get an extra man at mid-wicket with the ball. This time starts off with the wide, wanting to bring the ball back in from outside the off stump and turn it into the right-hander, but ends up bowling a wide. Asking for an LBW, but is the impact outside off stump is what the umpire must be thinking. Ball turning a long way in. Mohit has his stride forward. Could be a big moment in the game had this been given. He's at the moment has kept Mohit guessing. This is a sort of tussle that you want to look up to. Again, beating him all ends up. And at the moment, Mohit is unable to pick him. Probably just biding his time with Salman, who's tossed up delivery straight to the man. It covers and dropped. Low full toss. And a chance. The big wicket. But not to be. And 2 more runs to the total. Flighted that one, invited the batsman. It was at the moment. Plays it towards mid-on, the bowler doing the fielding of his own bowling, but by then the batsman complete a single. More importantly, takes Mohit off strike, who's at the moment all at sea against Salman. Hassan on strike. Taps this towards square leg and a single being taken. End of another good over from Salman, just giving away 5 runs in that over. So his analysis, 2 overs, 8 runs, 2 wickets. Could have been probably 3 had that catch been taken, but not to be. 73 for 2 at the end of 8 overs. Over number 9 to begin. Kamaluddin bowling to Hassan. Down the leg side, beats the keeper and runs away towards the fine leg boundary for 4. So a boundary after quite some time. The first one after the fall of both the wickets. And the score moves on to 77. Kamal bowling to Hassan. In the air, and the fielder missing that one. Had walked in a step and ball flies over the third man boundary for 4 more. Salama will have to look at their catching. The fielder ran in on the first go and misjudged that one, ending up in 4 more runs to the total, and the score moves on to 81. Two boundaries coming of the first two balls, creating those chances but unable to hold on to them. This time bowling it slightly short, and Hassan plays it towards short covers for a single. Score moves on to 82, brings Mohit on to strike. And Hassan with that second boundary moved into double figures, and now batting at 13 of 7 with two boundaries. Man at short third being sent towards the third man boundary. The man at mid wicket being brought inside the circle. This time bowling it again, tucking the batsman up, but enough time to play down towards long on for a single. Takes the score on to 82 as the winds pick up a bit of pace and blowing across from our left to right. Fifth ball of the over, plays it towards short covers. Mohit wanting a single, but the ball travel faster straight to the man at covers, so no run there. A dot ball. The last ball of the over coming up. Ten runs coming off the over already as he bowls another wide, will be the 11th one. So one more ball to go, 11 runs coming off this over. Something which Orient were looking for after the fall of the wicket of Sufyan and Syed Asim. Plays it towards long off for a single, and both the batsmen completing that single very easily. End of over number 9. 85 for the loss of 2 wickets. Current run rate of 9.4 should get them to 188.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 10, Salman Akram to bowl, as asking for another LBW, and the bowler is still perplexed. Batsman playing forward. Probably ball doing a bit more. And wide is what the umpire calls. He wanted to entice the batsman to fish for one outside off, but Hassan, too good a player to try to take that bait. This time plays it with soft hands towards short third. Yasser, the captain, is standing there, unable to stop the single, brings Mohit on to strike. This time, slightly outside the off stump, allows Mohit to play this one towards short third and get that single, and more importantly, get off strike. Salman has to make the calculations right, make sure that he gets one of these two in his bowling spell, because none of the other bowlers are that competitive enough to trouble these two batsmen. So it will be quite vital that he grabs a wicket or two here before he completes his quota of 4 overs. And that's what probably Hassan and Mohit are thinking, that happy to play Salman out and then attack the rest of the bowlers. Last ball of the over coming up. Again, sweeps this one. There's a man there at deep square leg. Keeps it down to a single. End of the over. 89 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. Hassan batting 17 of 15. As we have a look at the scorecard, Syed Asim and Sufyan started the innings for Orient. Syed Asim 34 of 18 with 6 boundaries and 1 6. Sufyan caught by Mohsin bowled Salman for 24 of 15 with 3 boundaries, 1 6. Mohit Kalyan at the moment batting 9 of 12. He hasn't scored a boundary or 6. And Hassan Saud batting 17 of 15 with 2 boundaries. 5 extras in the innings, all coming through wides. Score reads 89 for 2 at the end of 10 overs. Have a look at the bowling card. Have a look at the bowling card for Salama. Humayun Ali, 2 overs, 18 runs, no wicket. Afsar, 2 overs, 26 runs, no wicket. Mohammad Aslam for the 1 over gave away 14 runs without a wicket. Salman Akram, the pick of the bowlers so far, 3 overs, 12 runs, 2 wickets. And Kamaluddin, 2 overs, 19 runs, no wicket. The wickets to fall, they lost the first one at the score of 58 at 5.2. And then 3 balls later at the score of 60, lost the wicket of Syed Asim. As we take a short break, and the teams will come back after the drinks break for the second half of the innings. Humay early to start over number 11 as he bowls is slightly short and Hassan plays it towards deep point. The fielder there doing well, but in the end slips at the last second and gives away the boundary. So more agony for Humayun, who'd already gone for 18 in the first 2 overs, as to concede the boundary of the first ball. Again, he's trying to bowl it a bit quicker through the air. Might want to just toss a couple of them as he does it this time, and he plays it towards short fine, but still a single completed, and the score moves on to 94. And Hassan moves on to 22 of 17, brings Mohit on to strike. This time goes on the back foot, plays it towards long on for a single. Kamal, the fielder there. Batsman complete the single easily. Good throw onto the stumps, but Mohit in already. Score moves on to 95 with that single. 3 balls of the over, 6 runs already of it. Much better ball. This is what he should be doing. Tosses that one. Hassan wanting to go for that drive, but in the end plays it with soft hands back to the bowler. Again, slightly slower. Plays this towards covers. By the time the fielder fields the ball, a single is given away. This is what you got to do. You got to back your bowlers up. Keep the batsman under pressure by stringing a few dot balls. This time slightly short, and Mohit sends this over long on for a 6. He was just a bit short, and the umpire waits for the signal, informed that it is a 6. So end of the over ends with the maximum score moves on to 102 for 2 at the end of 11 overs. And Mohit Kalyan with that 6 moves on to 16 or 14 balls. Have a look at that. Umayun slightly short. Mohit plays it in the air, gets the height and just the distance that he's looking for, and the ball sails over the cow corner for a 6 as Salman comes into bowl his last over, trying to sweep this one, premeditated mostly, just letting his partner know that he was expecting this one to come into him. Misses a sweep, so dot ball. This time again with soft hands, wanting to place it and get a single, but had to be satisfied with the dot ball. So 2 dot balls. This time slightly up towards him, and ball races away towards the long on boundary for 4. Mohit was quick to get out of the way. Have a look at that. Plays it and just over his head for 4 more. The score moves on to 106. And Mohit this time deciding to start off from way outside onto the 5th pitch as Hassan plays this towards long off for Sufyan Mohammad Shahzad, the fielder. And Salman now bowling to Mohit. Slightly short, plays it towards extra cover for a single. Score moves on to 108 with 1 more ball left in the over, 1 more ball left in Salman Akram's quota of 4 overs. He's given away 18 runs and taken 2 wickets. Sweeps this one straight to the man at a deep square for a single. The ball racing across the turf, and the batsman complete a single. End of the over, end of Salman's spell for the day is 4 overs, 19 runs, 2 wickets. Hassan Saud batting 29 of 24 with 4 boundaries, and Mohit Kalyan batting 17 of 15. 109 for 2 at the end of 12 brings Mohammad Shahzad to bowl the 13th over of the innings. Shahzad coming into the attack again. He'd given him 14 runs of the first over that he bowls it short, and the man at deep point runs across to his right, but it was way too short and dealt with disdain towards the cover boundary for 4. And score moves on to 113. Again with bowling from round the wicket and that shot is not going to trouble these batsmen. He has to bowl from over the wicket, toss the ball up and look for wickets rather than trying to contain the batsman. So now batting 33 of 25. Shot again, places towards short covers, wanting a single, but Moy took off the blocks, but a loud shout by his partner and a dot ball. Slightly short this time, quicker in the air, plays it soft hands towards Yasser at gully, and a single brings Mohit on to strike. Score moves on to 114. In the air towards deep point, there's a fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 115. 6 runs coming of the first 4 balls of the over. You want to tighten the screws a little bit more, not to give away many more runs. Get a wicket or two. They badly need a wicket or two here, because both these batsmen now have settled in and are in the rhythm. As you see, slightly short and pierced through the cow corner boundary for 4 more. Score moves on to 119. The wind's blowing and it's easy pickings for the batsman. The ball's racing across from this side of the wicket. Have a look at that. Round the wicket. Didn't toss it up that much, and short sits up to be hit, and the batsman makes sure he sends us towards the boundary. So score moves on to 119. 10 runs coming of the first 5 balls. This time slows this one a bit, trying to cover that one, but misses it. So does the ball miss the wicket. End of the over, 119 for 2 at the end of 13 overs. For 14 to begin, as we look at the scorecard of the previous game that these two teams had played, Salama had beaten Orient by 17 runs. They scored 209 in their 20 overs, and then in reply, Orient fell short by 17, scoring 192. So both these teams have some real batting firepower. And at the moment, Orient Insurance looking quite comfortable with that first ball, full toss, and sent towards the square leg boundary, backward of square rather, for 4. So starts up at the boundary, and score moves on to 123. A bit of a loosener, and the ball races away towards the deep square leg boundary for 4. Takes Mohit on to 22 of 17 with this first boundary apart from the 6. This time in the air towards the man at long on. Humayun, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 124. Afsar coming into bowl his third over. He's already gone for 31 in the 2.2 that he's bowled. In the air, the man at long off coming in towards the mid-on area, but way too far for him. Just allows the single to be completed, and the score moves on to 125. Hassan trying to go for the big one, gets the toe end of the bat, and the ball balloons in the air. .125 for 2. Mohit plays this in the air and way over the long on boundary for a maximum. A good 25 feet away from the boundary line for 6 more, and the score moves on to 131. Have a look at it in the air, but way over the man at long on. And now he moves on to 29 of 19. This time towards the man at long off, and Shehzad should have gone forward for that one, decided to stay back. It's worth the effort had he gone for it and taken, because that was a big wicket of Mohit, who could take this game away from you in a flash. So even if it had costed 4 runs, that wouldn't have been a bad attempt, but at the end it's a single, as Hassan this time goes down the wicket and misses the wicket keeper, bringing down the bails in a flash. So in the end, a wicket to their credit sees the end of Hassan, who is out for 39 of 31 balls. He's stumped by Mohsin off the bowling of Afsar, who finally has a wicket to his credit. 3 overs, 39 runs, 1 wicket. So 132 for 3 at the end of 14 overs. Have a look at that. Comes down the wicket, misses it, and the keeper does the rest. And some joy for the Salama fielders. Brings the left-hander Keshav Sharma to the center. Mohammad Shehzad to continue bowling to Mohit. Shot onto the pads and plays it towards deep square. And a comfortable single. Takes the score on to 133. Takes Mohit on to 31 of 21. And brings the left-hander Keshav Sharma on strike for the first time in the game. Taking his guard from the umpire. Keshav taking strike to Shahzad. In the air towards the cover region, the man at deep point gives up the chase, and Keshav starts up with the boundary. Tossed up delivery, just enough width, and he sends this towards the cover boundary for 4. Oh, look at that. Just enough width that he was looking for, and with not much protection there. Ball across the turf. The man at point unable to get his hands in the way to stop that boundary. So 4 runs to the total. The score moves on to 137. Man at deep point now brought in a bit more finer. This time slightly short. Goes onto the back foot, plays it towards deep point for a single. So 1 more run to the total. 6 runs coming of the first 3 balls of the over. And Shahzad's figures at the moment are 2.3 overs, 30 runs, no wicket. There's a man at deep mid wicket, there's a man at mid wicket, and there's a man at long on, all slightly wider. Shot plays it towards the long off boundary where Kamaluddin is fielding, but way away from his body, and the ball races towards the fence for 4 more. Shahzad trying to bowl it a bit quicker, ends up bowling it short, and with the pace that it was bowled, the moment it took off the bat, it was always racing towards the boundary. So 4 more. 5th ball, again short, this time to the cover boundary for 4 more. And the score moves on to 146 with that boundary with 1 more ball to go. Current run rate of 9.8 will get them to 196 as the last ball of the 15th over coming up. Back past the bowler, and 4 more to the total. The 150 coming up. So the hat-trick of boundaries. Shahzad puts his hand but pulls it out at the last second. And lets that ball go through. Have a look at that. He rocks back, plays it back. Shahzad a bit late to react for the catch, but just in time that he pulls his hand back, and the score moves on to 150. 150 for 3 at the end of 15 overs.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life, and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
18 runs coming off that previous over. Took the score from 132 to 150 in a matter of 6 balls. Over number 16, right arm off spin. Keshav Sharma wanting to bloom this ball over, ends up playing in the inner half of the bat, sends it towards long on rather. Farzan, the bowler there. And a single to start off. Score moves on to 151 and brings Mohit on to strike, who's at the moment batting 43 of 24. Remember, at one time he was going at below run a ball. His strike rate now is 179.17. 4 boundaries and 2 maximums. 3 of those coming in the last over of the last 3 balls. This time in the air, but way over the man at long on for a maximum. And he moves on to 49 with that 6. Hardly much of an effort. The timing and ball sailing over the long on boundary for a 6. Have a look at that. Crouching down, gets under the ball, and the height as well as the distance, taking it way over the commentator's box for a maximum. The score moves on to 157. This time over the man at cow corner for the maximum. So back-to-back boundaries. The last 5 balls he's faced, he's already scored 24 runs and his 50 coming up. 50 in 26 balls with 4 boundaries and 4 maximums. He is in red hot form, and the moment the conditions are in his favor, all he does is plants his foot and sends this to the boundary ropes, and many a times over the boundary ropes. This time across the bat, but an edge sends towards the third man boundary for 4 more. And he moves on to 59 of 27, and the score moves on to 167. Have a look at that. Quicker through the air, but short. And this one goes over the third man boundary for 4. So another catch and missed by the keeper, inducing the edge, but the keeper unable to hold on to it, and the score moves on to 168. Fielding a big leg down to Salama. Probably the results could have been much different had they held on to the catches. The edge is being induced, but fielders and the keeper unable to hold on to it. Score moves on to 168. 18 runs coming off the first 5 balls, as this time slightly short. Plays it towards deep mid-wicket. The fielder there, and a safe catch. Half-hearted shot by Keshav, and he perishes. He's out for 6 or 4 balls. Caught by Kamal off the bowling of Farzan. 168 for 4 at the end of 16 overs. Have a look at that. Safe hands. And Keshav is out for 6 or 4. Probably missed out on a good opportunity to get a few runs under his belt. Jishil Kamal, the new man in at number 6, is at the non-striker's end as Keshav was out on the last ball of the over. Caught by Kamaluddin off the bowling of Farzan. And Mohit Kalyan taking strike to Kamal, whose 2 overs have cost 19 runs. Short, but easy pickings, and over the man at mid-wicket for 6. The score moves on to 174. Short and swivels this and sends it over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 more. Second ball of the over, 6 of the first ball. Onto the pads, going down leg side. Umpire not interested. A dot ball, that's what he should be doing. Pitch it up. The moment you bowl it, pitch it short, it just sits up to be hit, and that's easy pickings for Mohit. Shot in the air and over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 more. The fielder lost sight. And 6 more. Fielders just informing that they were unsighted of the ball, and the fielder couldn't pick that one. Ends up in 6 more to the total, and the score moves on to 180 with that 6. This time down leg side. Keeper doing well to dive and stop that one. So 1 more run. Moves on to 181. 16.3 overs. It's now batting 72 of 31 with 6 maximums. This time again sends this over the mid-wicket boundary for 6 more. Score moves on to 187. And he moves on to 78 of 32. This time towards the long off boundary for a single. This was much better bowling outside the off stump, and protection on that side gives a single, brings Jishul on to strike. He's gone for 39 in the of the 2.5 overs he's bowled. Last ball of the over. Jishul to take strike for the first time. Trying to cut this one. Beaten, but the umpire calls it a wide, so he'll have to re-bowl this one. Score moves on to 189. Wouldn't be a bad idea if he gives away a single of the last ball and keep Mohit off strike as much as possible. Last ball in the air towards square legs, so a single to end the over. Score moves on to 190 of 17. Current run rate of 11.2 should get them to 224. At one stage they were looking at 180, 185, but as of now have reached 190 in the last 3 overs. With Mohit on at the center, they could well be looking at 225 plus. Over number 18, Humayun coming to bowl the fourth over. Jishal plays this in the air towards the man at long off for a single. Kamal, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Score moves on to 191. Humayun into Mohit. Plays it towards the man at long on. Much better bowling this time. Shortens the length. And the moment you bowl it outside off stump, he's happy to play the single. Gets a single and gets off strike. So that's well done. This time bowls it short and Jishal plays it towards mid wicket for a single. So first 3 balls, 3 runs. Humayun into bowl, comes down the wicket in the air and plays it in the air, but way over the man at long off for 6. So score moves on to 199. And he moves on to 86 of 35 balls. Humayun is not a big spinner of the ball, so with the ball not turning, all you have to do is come in line of it and send this over the ropes. Down the track, this time doesn't get to the pitch of the ball, but ends up getting a single. 200 coming up, 200 for 4 at the end of 17.5. Last ball of the over coming up. Shot and over the man at mid wicket for 6 more. So Jishal too getting into the act. And Humayun's figures read 4 overs, 47 runs, no wicket. And the score moves on to 206 at the end of 18 overs. Have a look at that. Shot and he just goes onto the back foot and sends this packing over the mid-wicket boundary for another maximum. Farzan coming to bowl the 19th over of the innings. Humayun had done well in the first 3 balls of the over. The previous over he'd bowled, but then ended up giving 13 of the next 3 balls, which ended in a 16 runs over. Mohit taking strike, full toss, and that was a gift wrapped, and Mohit accepts that with both his hands and with another maximum. 12 sixes in the innings so far, 9 coming off the bat of Mohit. And score moves on to 212 and he moves on to 93 of 37 balls. Slants this across over the man at covers. There's a protection there. 2 more runs to the total and the score moves on to 214. And he moves on to 95. This time tossed up and over the long off boundary for another century maximum and another century for Mohit. He completes this in 39 balls with 10 maximums and 5 boundaries. And score moves on to 226. Have a look at that. 101 of 39 balls, 5 boundaries and 10 maximums for this number 3 batsman who's in full flow now, coming standing on top of the stumps, and this time asking for a caught behind, and finally the keeper holds on to one, hitting the toe end of the bat and into the keeper's gloves. So 101 of 40 balls and handshakes from the Salama boys, but the damage has been done. .220 for 5. अच्छा प्लेयर है, बट ऐसा थोड़ी कि हर कोई उसे सेंचुरी मार खाए. बॉल ब्रेक ही नहीं कर रहे हैं, सीधी 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 फेंक रहे हैं. टर्न होगी, थोड़ी ब्रेक होगी, तब तो फंसेगा. जैसे सलमान ने उसको पकड़ा, बट उसका कैच ही नहीं पकड़ा. उसको 100 बना दिया उसने. विकेट कीपर भी पकड़ के भागा. तब भी जब उसको, जब 30-40 पे था और उसको आउट करता था, तो अभी इतना नहीं बनता. वो थोड़ी रुकने वाला है, वो तो मारने वाला है. मैं उसको 3 मैच देखा है, सब में वो चलाते रहा है. वो Asad Ali Awan finally makes it to the center as he plays this one towards extra covers. The fielder there, by the time he fields, 2 runs added to the total. Score moves on to 222 with one more ball to go. Needs to be seen how much do Orient accumulate in the last 7 balls at the fall of Mohit's wicket now, as he plays this in the air towards a man at long on, one bounce, and fielded well by the man at long on, keeps it down to a single. So Farzan, expensive, but gets 2 wickets in his 2 overs that he's bowled, gone for 35 of the 223 for 5 in 19 with 6 balls left in the innings. इधर भी जो कैच था लॉन्ग ऑफ पे, शहजाद ट्राई करता, 4 रन जाते थे ना, चांस था, पकड़ो उसको, भेजो यार. वो खड़ा है, फिर बाद में बोलता है ऐसे, अरे खुद की बॉलिंग में तू चाहता है सब लोग हाथ मारे, फिर तुम्हारी बारी आती तो पकड़ो ना यार. ऐसे थोड़ी टीम बनती है. फिर तो मार खाना जायज है. Over number 20 to begin. Afsar comes into bowl the last over as starts off with a wide. Score moves on to 224. Asad on strike, plays this towards deep mid wicket. Shahzad, the fielder there, keeps it down to a single. Takes the score on to 225. Salama, batsmen 2 are packed with a few power hitters. Last time Shehzad had scored 89 of 35 balls against them, so they too must trust their batting when they come back to chase down the score. Needs to be seen how much more do Orient get in the last 5 balls as Afsar bowls it to Jishal, who plays it towards the cover boundary, and the ball, tough one this time. The umpire has to wait for the signal from the fielder as he signals a 6, so it hits right on the skirting, so 6 more to the total, and the score moves on to 231. They will be eyeing the 240, 245 mark now with 4 more balls. The ball's traveling from this side of the wicket. With another man now stationed, a man at deep point and a man at deep covers as well. So the intentions are to bowl it outside the off stump. There's no protection behind square on the leg side. In the air this time towards the man at deep point. 1 completed. Asad comes wanting the second, asking for a run out, and the umpire sends it upstairs. Indecision between Jishal and Asad. Have a look at it. Asad struggling at the moment. The keeper collecting the ball. And does he break the stumps before the batsman has kept his ground? Not out as a call. And he survives. Just 1 run added to the total. And the score moves on to 232. Orient Insurance, the defending champions. .232 for 5. Asad on strike. In the air, going towards long on, and another drop. And the ball races away towards the boundary for 4 more, inducing the fall shot. But again, another let down by the fielders. Have a look at that. Slightly slow. Invites the big shot. Asad plays that one, and the man at long on comes in and drops that one. Score moves on to 236. Two more balls left in the innings. Need to be seen whether they cross the 240 mark. Plays it in the air and goes towards Kamal. And another drop. Took it way too easy and ended up giving another reprieve. Have a look at that. Slices this one, goes high in the air. Kamal does well, but in the end, shelves that one. Gives away a single, brings Jishal on to strike, who's going to face the last ball of the innings. He's batting 16 of 6. This time plays it towards long off, completes 1, and the batsman run back for 2. Asad completes it very easily. So 2 more runs. They end up with 239 for 5 in their allotted 20 overs. So Salama need 240 at the run rate of 12 per over when they come back to chase that score. Have a look at the scorecard. Salama captain Yasser winning the toss, asking Orient to take first strike. Syed Asim caught Afsar bowled Salman for 34 of 18, 6 boundaries, 1 maximum. Sufyan caught Mohsin bowled Salman 24 of 15 for 3 boundaries, 1 6. Mohit Kalyan, a magnificent century of 40 balls. He was finally caught by Mohsin off the bowling of Farzan, not after scoring 5 boundaries and 10 maximums. Hassan Saud stumped Mohsin bowled Afsar 39 of 31 with 6 boundaries, no maximums. Keshav Sharma 6 runs, 4 balls and 1 boundary to his credit. Jishil Kamal cameo of 18 of 7 balls with 2 sixes, and Asad not out 9 of 5 with 1 boundary. 8 extras in the innings. As we have a look at the Salama bowling card, Humayun Ali 4 overs 47 runs, no wicket. Afsar 4 overs 55 runs, 1 wicket. Mohammad Shahzad 3 overs 42 runs, no wicket. Salman Akram 4 overs 19 runs, 2 wickets. Kamaluddin 3 overs 41 runs, no wicket. And Farzan 2 overs 35 runs and 2 wickets. Fall of wickets. The first one of Sufyan fell at 58. Syed Asim was the one to go at 60. Then Hassan was out at the score of 132. And Keshav was out at 168. And then Mohit was out at the score of 220. And finally, Orient Insurance managed to score 239 of their allotted 20 overs. As we take a break, and we'll have the chase coming in the next few moments.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Check. Ready? Welcome back. The chase underway. 239 is what Orient had scored. 240 is what Salama needs to win this contest. Yasser, the captain, is on strike. Is partnered by Ali Mirza. Left arm around the wicket. Spin to start proceedings. Shot wanting to cut this one into the keeper's gloves. Khurram, the wicket keeper, takes the ball and brings down the bails in a flash, but the batsman is inside, so no run. Keshav Sharma. Bowling to Yasir. In the air, through cover region, the captain giving the chase. Hassan manages to stop it just inside the boundary ropes, and they complete 3 runs. 3 for the loss of no wicket. Yasir off the mark with that triple. We're in the power play, only 2 men allowed outside the 30-yard circle. We have a man at mid-wicket and we man at long on. 1 man just behind square patrolling the leg side boundary, and there's a man at short fine. 2 men inside the circle as Ali plays it in the air again. This time again through covers. Hassan again has to give the chase. The ball just winning the race and reaches the boundary. So the first 4 of the innings comes to the bat of Ali Mirza, who starts off with the boundary. And straight away, Moit coming across to Keshav and having a word with him. They need an exactly 12 runs and over when they started this innings. They need to make sure they keep peppering the boundary frequently. Bowling from the end, usually, which teams don't prefer to start off with, as again over the man at covers. This time Hassan leaping in the air, but the ball races away towards the boundary for 4 more. A brief halt in play as Yasir needs some support with his shoes. This is the end that batsmen prefer, and already some useful runs at the start of the innings, but this is just the beginning. "15 runs of 5 balls with 1 more ball left in the over. Now packing the offside field with another man inside the ring. There's nobody protecting leg side inside as he plays this, edges this one, and this time going towards the 3rd man boundary. So 4 boundaries of the 4 balls that Ali Mirza has faced, and first over comes to an end. 19 runs coming off it, and Salama off to a brilliant start at the end of 1 over. Jissel to start off. Down leg side will be called a wide. Khurram doing well behind the stumps, collects the ball and brings down the bails. But nonetheless, it's a wide, so 1 run added to the total. time tucks the batsman up and no run there, so a dot ball. $20 for the loss of no wicket. Shot tucks some batsman up, but he plays it down the ground easily for a single. Sufyan, the fielder, comes up towards the edge of the circle to field the ball, but a single scored, so score moves on to 21. Brings Ali Mirza on strike. Down leg side, beats the keeper and races away towards the fine leg boundary for 4 more, 5 rather, so 5 more to the total, and score moves on to 26. Starting way down the leg side and beating the keeper as well. Have a look at that. Down leg side and beating Shahzad, Kuram rather. And 4 more to the total. 5 in fact with that wide, so score moves on to 26. This time shot, plays it towards a man at mid-wicket who feels, wasn't sure whether he wanted to go front or back. So after 4 boundaries, Ali Mirza scores a single of the next one that he faces. He moves on to 17 of 5, score moves on to 27. Shot. Again, up to the batsman. Yasir plays it down to long on for a single. Batsman completing that single very easily. So 1 more run to the total. Score moves on to 28. 9 runs coming of the first 4 balls of the over. Remember, they need 12 runs an over, so they will have to keep that figure in mind every time they start an over. They need to be calculative as Ali plays this towards mid off the fielder, chasing the ball, and they easily come back for 2. So 5 balls and they score 11 runs with 1 more ball asking for a run out, but Ali Mirza was well in. Good throw by Keshav, who chased the ball. And with a flat throw onto the stumps. Last ball of the over. This time short, but not enough to send this over the man at mid-wicket, and a single being scored. So 12 runs coming off it. 2 overs completed, 31 for the loss of no wicket. And Ali Mirza is now 20 of 7 balls with 4 boundaries. And Yasir batting 5 of 5. Over number 3 to begin. Keshav on strike. Ali Mirza shot towards mid-wicket. The fielder doing well. Saves a certain boundary. This is the kind of fielding that lifts the morale of a side. He was the only man patrolling the mid-wicket boundary, and he ensures that he keeps the ball in play and, more importantly, keeps Ali Mirza off strike and gives away a single. This time slows this one in the air, and Yasir off the back foot plays it towards the man at covers. There's no run. Have a look at the offside field. We got a man at short third, gully, point covers, extra cover, and a man at mid-off. The 6 men patrolling the 30-yard circle outside the end as asking for a stumping. Umpire unmoved. Slowing this one up, and the ball just spinning away from the batsman. Yasser going with hard hands, but doesn't make contact. So that's another dot ball. This time over the bowler's head, ball going towards the long on boundary for a single. And now they come back for a second. Two more runs to the total. Sufyan doing well to save the boundary. So two more to the total. Score moves on to 34. And a much better over from Keshav right now. He's gone for 3 runs of the first 4 balls he's bowled. We want to keep it that way as he tosses this one. Yasser wants to go big, inner half of the bat towards short fine. And a single. He gets off strike. He now moves on to 8 of 9. Brings Ali Mirza onto strike. Wrapped onto the pads. Quick over delivery. Beaten for pace. So end of the over. 3 overs completed. 35 for the loss of no wicket. Trishul bowling over number 4. He is bowling to Yasser onto the pads into the vacant square leg area. The man had shot fine, running towards backward square leg, but batsman complete 2, so 2 more to the total. Salama batsmen have to ensure that they make use of this end and score the maximum. They need 120 at least in the first 10, else they could be again. This time plays it in the air towards a man at mid wicket for a single. Should be thinking at least 120, if not more. Because when they come back after the break and they start from the other end, it gets a bit difficult to score those big runs as Ali Mirza plays it towards mid-off, straight to the fielder there for a no run. So another dot ball. Score remains on 38. So 3 runs of the first 3 balls. This time swipes this towards deep mid wicket and fielder there keeps it down to a single. No boundaries have come of the last few balls, so that has mounted the pressure onto them, and the required run rate has now reached 12.24. This time again tucks the batsman up, and for another single. Singles are not going to hurt Orient by any way, so another single score moves on to 40 with 1 more ball left in the 4th over. This time through the field, the man at point doing well, diving to his right and saves a certain boundary. So end of the over, 4 overs completed, 41 for the loss of no wicket. Ali Mirza batting 23 of 12, and at the same 12 balls, Yasser is batting 12 runs. 41 for no loss at the end of 4. over number 5. Ali Mirza plays it through covers, the ball racing towards the extra cover boundary. Keshav doing well to field it inside the boundary, so 2 more runs to the total. Amila Kari, the few bowler, bowls one outside the off stump, just enough width, doesn't get the middle of the bat, does Ali, but nonetheless gets 2 more runs, and the score moves on to 43. Field being spread out a bit, and they've got a man on leg side, so this time plays it towards deep mid wicket. The lengths that Orient are bowling much different from what Salama was bowling. They were bowling it either too short or way too close to the body. And what Orient is doing is making sure that they bowl it at the right length, making it difficult for both these batsmen so far who are in the middle. .196 runs more required of 94 balls. Yasser on strike. In the air, plays it towards mid-off. No run there. And another dot ball. The required run rate now reaching 12.65. Yasser plays it in the air towards the man at mid-off. The change of bat doesn't help, and in the end he skews this one in the air. A full toss which should have been sent over the long on boundary ends up into the hands of the man at mid-off. So the first wicket down at the score of 44. Yasser, the captain, is out for 12 or 14 balls. With no boundaries or maximums. Number 3, Shehzad comes to the center, wants to tee off right from the word go, plays it towards deep mid wicket, short mid wicket, and no run there. Plays this towards short mid and completes a single. Lucky for him that the ball didn't hit the stump, so he gets off the mark with a single. End of the over, 4 runs coming off it and a wicket. 45 for the loss of 1 wicket. Shahzad on strike. Tucks him up and gives a single. Syed Asim, the fielder, who lets that single go through. Brings Ali Mirza on strike. Plays it in the air towards the man at deep mid wicket. And a good running catch. Sees the end of Ali Mirza, who's out for 26 or 15. He was off strike for quite some time, so probably fancied his chances the moment he came on strike. But in the end, played it for a wonderful catch. He scored for 26. Caught by Vimukti off the bowling of Jishal. Have a look at that catch. Bowls it into the pitch. He plays it. Didn't get the distance he's looking for. Got the height. And Vimukti running in from mid wicket holds on to a beautiful catch to see the end of Ali Mirza. So contrasting results out here. Salama dropped a few right in early in the innings, but asking for a stumping and down the wicket. And first ball, Majid is out. LB stumped by Khurram. He takes the bails off in a flash. And wicket number 3 for Orient. Majid Aman strangled down leg side, but dragged his foot outside, and Khurram takes out the bails in a flash. So Majid is stumped for not. Orient have conceded a run in the form of a wide and at the same time have taken a wicket. Have a look at that. Strangled, his foot is outside, and Khurram has done a fantastic job behind the stumps. So more downhill for Salama in this game. Orient time and again have shown why they are a champion side. When they came into bat, they were all guns blazing, and when they came into bowl, apart from the first over where Keshav gave away those 19 runs, since then they have had a halt on the proceedings and managed to take 3 wickets. They're just in the power play. We're in the 5th over of the game, and they've already seen the back of 3 of the Salama batsmen. Yasser was the first one to go, then followed by Ali Mirza, and now the previous ball, it was Majid was stumped brilliantly down the leg side and brings Jishal on a hat-trick. And the man to face the hat-trick is Farzan at number 5. Nearly got an edge, and Khurram collects that one. Excitement in the Orient boys, but in the end it is a dot ball. And the required run rate now reaching 13.31 with the dot ball. Slows this one in the air towards the man at deep mid wicket, and another catch. So wicket number 4, and further agony for Salama. Farzan thought he got that one, but the slowness, have a look at that, slowing this one up and bring the ball back in, and Vimukti takes his second catch of the match and off the over. So 47 for 4. In 5.4 overs. Kumar in at number 6. Two more balls left in the power play. Cuts this one towards Gully, and the fielder there making sure that he doesn't miss out on that one. So no run there. One more ball left in the over. Let's have a look at what happened in this over. First ball, Aslam takes a single, and then Ali Mirza was caught of the next ball. Then the third ball was a wide but stumped. Fourth ball was a dot ball, and then fifth ball, Farzan was caught. The next one, Kumar, 2 dots to end the over. End of the power play, 47 for 4. And now the field restrictions will be relaxed, and it will take a Herculean task for Salama to overall the score of 240, needing 193 more of the remaining 14 overs.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life, and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities, I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 7, Shehzad on strike. Plays it in the air towards the man at long off, and a beautiful catch by Keshav. So Shehzad 2 perishes by trying to go for the big one. That's the difference that good teams do. Keshav running across the turf and getting under the ball and takes a beautiful catch. Have a look at that. Full-blooded shot, and dives in front just before the ball could hit the turf, and sends the dangerous Mohammad Shehzad back to the hut. for just 2 runs of the 4 balls he faced. And a sorry looking card so far for Salama, who are now 47 for 5 in pursuit of 240 runs. So back Amelia to continue. 47 for 5 as he plays this towards covers for a single. .48 for 5. Kamaluddin takes off for a single for the first ball. Kumar plays it back towards the bowler. Dot ball. And with each dot ball now, that run rate is going to keep climbing. Started off, reaches 14.22 now, 192 more of the remaining 13.3. Fourth ball of the over. Down the ground, over Amelia's hands. Keshav comes across the turf and sends this one bounce into the keeper's hand. Score moves on to 49. Kumar off the mark with that single. He is now 1 of 4. Kamal batting 1 of 1. Have a change in the field. He's got the man from short fine to short third, and the man at gully now being brought a bit finer. There's a man at point. There's a man at extra covers. This time in the air, straight to the man at Vimukti, who's already had 2. Will get another one to his credit. So he's got 3 catches, indicating that this is his third. Keshav's got 1. So 49 for 6 in 6.5. Amelia has another wicket. So both Jishal and Amelia are 3 wickets apiece. Kamaluddin out 1 of 2 balls caught by Vimukti. Newman in is Mohsin Cheryl, the wicketkeeper. who's now come to the center. Now the dot ball, quicker one, just under the bat of the batsman and well taken by the wicket keeper. End of the over is 2 overs, 6 runs and 3 wickets, and the score now 49 for 6 at the end of 7. Over number 10 to start. Kumar plays it in the air towards wide, long off rather, for a single. Score moves on to 70. Mohsen batting 11 of 8 and Kumar batting 7 of 10. Score moves on to 70. Another 170 more required of the remaining 65 balls. Tosses this one and over the mid-wicket boundary for 4 more. Anzar Ashraf comes in and the second ball he bowls, tosses this one up, invites the batsman and he plays one right across and into the fence she goes. One bounce. Reverse sweep this time towards the man at short third. Already premeditated that he'd go for that one. Didn't get the result that he was looking for. And score remains on to 74. 74 for 6. This time asking for an LBW, but probably going down leg side. Not a very convincing type of stroke. It just premeditated, not playing according to the plan or the situation. He needs to stay there, score runs, but he got a boundary with a proper sweep. Why does he have to go for that? This time plays it towards covers. Much better. Once you have a feel of the ball and the ball's hitting the bat, you don't mind giving away a couple of dot balls. You can always cover that up. Tosses up one and plays it towards cow corner. The fielders give up the chase and the ball reaches the boundary. So 4 more runs. So the total score moves on to 78. End of the over, 9 runs coming off it. 10 overs completed, 78 for the loss of 6 wickets. Have a look at that. Plays the conventional sweep and this one goes to cow corner for 4 more. As we have a look at the scorecard. As you have a look at the Islamic Arab Insurance Company Salama scorecard, Yasir was out, caught by Keshav off the bowling for 12 runs of 14 balls. Ali Mirza started off in a flash, but his innings ended with, he was on 26, caught by Vimukti off the bowling of Jishil. Of 15 balls, he faced with 4 boundaries. Mohammad Aslam never got off to a start. He was out 2 of 4 balls, caught brilliantly at long off by Keshav off the bowling of Amila. Majid Salah Aman was stumped by Khurram of Jishil for no score of the wide ball. Farzan was caught by Vimukti of the bowling of Jishil for no score. Kumar is batting 7 of 10. Kamaluddin again caught by Vimukti of Amila for 1 of 2 balls. And Mohsen with those 3 boundaries and a maximum is batting 19 of 13. 11 extras in the innings. 78 for 6 wickets at the end of 10 overs. As we have a look at the bowling card. Salama की bowling बता रहा है.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all those families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.
Over number 11 to begin. Amila to continue his fourth and last over of the day. Bowling to Kumar. Starts off with a wide. Score moves on to 79. Another wide down leg side. Amila thought he probably could have hit the sticks, but not to be. So one more extra. 13 extras in the innings so far. $80 for 6. Plays it back towards the bowler. No run there. One more dot ball to the innings. Yorks this one, plays it slowly towards deep mid wicket, short mid wicket for a single. So score moves on to 81. Brings Mohsen on to strike. Mohsen plays it towards mid wicket. Vimukti, the fielder, comes in at the edge of the circle to stop the ball. And a single added to the total. Score moves on to 82. That sound will come in our commentary. Can you stop? Kumar trying to go for the big one, misses, and the ball close to the stumps into the keeper's gloves. $82 for 6. Kumar plays this towards long off. Mohit, the fielder there, moves a couple of paces to his right and collects the ball. So one more run added. Score moves on to 83 with that single. Down leg side. We wait for the umpire's signal. Will be called a wide. So two more runs to the total. Mohsen trying to ramp this one down towards fine leg. Doesn't connect. So does the keeper. Missed that one. So two more runs added. Score moves on to 85. This time over the bowler's head, and the ball races towards the long on boundary for 4 more. Straight as an arrow, and they need many more of these if they want to make a match of this. Ends the over with that boundary, so 4 more to the total. 89 for 6 at the end of 11. Kumar now 13 or 15 balls with that boundary. Over number 12 to begin. Anzar bowls this to Merson, who plays a reverse sweep and is given LBW, so the 7th wicket down. Not a very good shot selection considering that you are 89 for 6 and you have another 9 more overs to play out. Make use of the opportunity to get a few runs under your belt and for the team. And in the end, has to make his way back to the pavilion. He's out LBW for 20 runs of 15 balls, 3 boundaries and a maximum. Humayun Ali in at number 9. No, a spring in the action of Anzar after having a wicket to his credit. Loops this one and the batsman decides to go leave that as he tries to fish the next one and is another dot ball. This time floated and towards the man at deep mid wicket. Vimukti, the fielder, runs around to his right and keeps it to a single. Score moves on to 90. 90 for the loss of 7 wickets. Needing another 150 of the remaining 50 balls, needing 18 runs and over as Anzar drops a cotton ball of his own bowling. Slightly quicker than he expected. Didn't expect the one to come to him rather. And in the end doesn't manage to hold on to it and Kumar survives. Just batting 13 or 16. Trying to hold one end up and trying to keep the game going as much as he can. Goes onto the back foot and a slowish delivery, doesn't want to make much use of it. End of the over, 90 for 7 after 12. Imran comes into the attack. Now the spinner floats this one across the right-hander and a dot ball to start. Humayun Ali on strike. This time plays it back towards the bowler. Another dot ball. In the air towards gully and another catch. So Humayun Ali is out for 1 of 6 balls, wanting to play the big shot, but in the end skews it in the air and the man at short third easily grabbing that one. Amila, the fielder there. So apart from the 3 wickets that he's taken, he's held on to a catch as well. Brings the number 10 to the center. Left-hander on strike. Change in the field with the left-hander coming in. Salman Akram. Asking for that one, but probably the height could be the distance out there. And with bowling from over the wicket, 90 for 8. Now deciding to go round the wicket to the left-hander. Batsman playing it down towards deep mid-wicket. The fielder there running across to his right. Both the batsmen just running across the wicket for a single. Score moves on to 91. Last ball of the over coming up. Switching to over the wicket now with the last ball of the over. This time in the air. Hassan coming in from covers towards mid-off and takes a good catch. So wicket number 9 to fall. Kumar in the end deciding to go for a bigger one and doesn't get beyond the mid-off region. So 91 for 9 with 7 overs to go. Imran Iftikhar just given him a single of the over that he's bowled and taken 2 wickets. Have a look at that. Eyes on the ball and a safe pair of hands. And takes off on a flight towards the man at long off. Kumar out for 13 of the 18 balls he faced with 1 boundary to his credit. Brings the number 11 to the center. Anzar Ashraf, 2 overs, 10 runs, starts off with the dot ball to Salman. In the air, plays it towards long on for a single. Score moves on to 92, brings the right-hander on to strike. Afsar tosses this one up and beaten in the air. It's a dot ball slip in place. We've got a man at gully point. Walked in a few paces, then another wide, and score moves on to 93. Trying to go for the big one, misses. So does the keeper, and the ball is going towards the fine leg for a single. .94 for 9. Slightly quicker this time, plays it towards covers, and they take for a single. Score moves on to 95. Fires this one down leg side. The keeper trying to get behind it, manages to stop the ball from going to the boundary. So 2 more runs to the total. 1 more ball left in the over. Slightly quicker this time. Plays it with dead hands towards the bowler. No run there. End of the over, 97 for 9. Hassan, Imran Iftikhar to continue. Asking for that one. Going down leg side. Beaten, but probably going down leg side. So the umpire is not interested in that one. Want to cut that one into the keeper's gloves. No run there. So 2 balls in the over. No run scored. .4 overs left as he plays this across the line and is bowled. That concludes the game. 142 run victory for Orient Insurance, and Salama all out for 97 in 14.3 overs. As we have a look at the last one, playing across the line, misses, crashes into the stumps and ends the game with the Salama scorecard reading 97 for 10. As we have a look at the details, Yasser caught Keshav, bowled Amila for 12 of 14. Ali Mirza caught Vimukti, bowled Jishal for 26 of 15 with 4 boundaries. Mohammad Aslam caught Keshav, bowled Amila for 2 of 4. Majid stumped by Khurram, bowled Jishal for no score. Farzan caught Vimukti, bowled Jishal for no score of the 2 balls. Kumar played a laborious 13 of 18 with 1 boundary. He was caught by Hassan, bow of the bowling of Imran. Kamaluddin caught Vimukti, bowled Amila for 1 of 2. Mohsin 20 of 15 with 3 boundaries and 1 6. He was LBW by Anzar. Humayun Ali caught Amila, bowled Imran for 1 of 6. And Salman not out 3 of 6 with the last man Afsar, bowled by Imran for 1 of 5. 18 extras in the innings, 17 wides and a leg by. As we have a look at the Orient bowling card, Keshav Sharma 2 overs 23 runs, no wicket. Jishal 4 overs 32 runs, 3 wickets. Amila 4 overs 24 runs and 3 wickets. Anzar 3 overs 16 runs and 1 wicket. And Imran Iftikhar 1.3 overs, 1 run and 3 wickets. As we have a look at the fall of wickets, the first one to go, Yasser at 44, Ali Mirza at the score of 46. Majid was out at the score of 47 and Farzan at 47. So was Mohammad Aslam at 47. The sixth one at 49. Then a partnership of 40 when Mohsin was out for 89. The eighth one at 90. The ninth one at 91. And the final wicket at 97. So 142 runs victory for Orient Insurance. As we have the presentations coming up in the next few minutes. Welcome to the presentation of the Super 8 game, the first of the three on a Super Sunday here at the Al Malik grounds between Salama and Orient. Orient winning by 142 runs. As we have the man of the match, it is Mohit Kalyan for his 100. He'll be collecting his trophy from the match official. The photographs. Mohit, one more century. Whom do you dedicate this century to?
Sir, this is for my CEO sir and my CFO sir. They first gave me a job and then also giving time to practice. And that's why I'm trying to play first class or international cricket from this country. This award is for my CEO and my CFO sir.
Anyway, you come into a game that today, the moment you came in, you wanted to go off, wasn't middling the ball initially, but once you got to the end that you like, and it was from there on, it was just the ball was just flying off the bat that you were playing.
Well, this is my game plan every time. I want to take 2, 3, 5 overs, even 5 overs. That I want. Once I get settled in, then I can smash any bowler. I know that.
And overall, as a team, you all are peaking at the right time. So, what is your message to your opponents when you go into these 5 knockout matches?
Well, to my opponents, I have no message for them. But we, as a team, we want to play a good cricket on every day because cricket is a game of uncertainty, and we want to play the everyday good cricket only.
Anyway, thank you for that. Well, good knock today, and hope to see many more runs from you. And all the best for the next games.
Thank you.
As we have Yasser comes in from Salama. Jaldi, jaldi. Yasser, apart from the toss, probably nothing went the way you wanted it today.
The first 10 overs went well. We restrict them to 85, but once the side changes, things didn't go as what I had expected. Our batting collapsed. That was the main issue. They did outstanding fielding. The catches they took were excellent. So yes, we tried our level best, and they outfield us.
Probably fielding is one area that should be the talking point for you guys as you go back to the drawing board and come in, and probably when we get into the knockouts, you will be hoping that the fielding is much better.
Yes, definitely. We dropped few catches, but at that point we recovered quickly. I dropped Asim's catch, but we recovered that after in the second over or third over. We recovered after that. But the point was with the wind, it was plus point for them, and we were missing one bowler. Our opener bowler was not there, so it was benefit for them. So we were one bowler short. We were expecting to restrict them below 200, but those 40 runs created a lot of pressure on us. Our start was good. The moment I got out, and there was a queue, like it collapsed completely. If Shahzad would have stayed or Ali Mirza would have stayed a few more moments on the pitch, the score could have been different. But it was unlucky for us, and it was their day, not our day.
Anyway, thank you and all the best for the rest of the tournament as we speak to Hassan Saud from Orient. Hassan, probably all the boxes ticked prior to going to the knockout. Your batsmen are in the best of forms, including yourself. Your bowlers are bowling to the tee. Your fielders are taking the catches, and your decisions as well as a captain are going just the way you want them to go.
Indeed, that is right. In fact, we have lost the toss, and we were thinking that we should go for a batting, and thank God that one or two batsmen are there who has taken it to the next level. We have reached to a decent total, I should say, because against Salama they have a good batting side. Unfortunately, they have just collapsed, but it was a decent score. And yes, you have rightly said that all the boxes have been ticked. Fielding, we have taken tremendous catches, good stumping. Our key batsmen are performing, and so as bowlers are taking wickets.
Anyway, any area of concern, or when you go back before you come into the knockout, you'll be talking to the boys as to where is it that you can still go a notch up and make sure that, there are no slip-ups when you come up to the knockout games?
See, as far as my mentality is concerned, what I personally believe that, we should not lose the match, lose the single ball as well. Just go for the kill, regardless of the result. It doesn't matter that, when you are giving your 100% result can go over here and there because it's T20. So nothing is specific. The only thing is that, what I was thinking and just talking to the boys that, you need to just go for maximum. Don't give any single, miss. Don't go for goof ups and everything. So that is a very basics, very disciplined cricket.
Anyway, thank you for that. All the best for your next games as we conclude the presentations here. Orient Insurance, 142-run victory in the game 1 of the day as we have the next games coming up. Thank you and stay tuned for more action.
And to be able to be there at that time, it's exciting to be able to help all these families and get them back to normal life. Because as a adjuster, that is our main goal, to restore families, after catastrophe, bring them back, and even the community too, bring them back to some sort of normal life and help them.
For us to be able to help restore and enhance their lives, their businesses, and their communities. I mean, that's what it's all about. That's what's really exciting.
A big part of it for me is to be able to help people get their lives back on track and be able to move forward after an aftermath.
And that is what we do day in and day out, with helping people get back into their homes, with restoring the community. Our guys live and breathe that motto every single day.